like, I didn't like know music at all. Like in like 5th grade, the only bands I knew were like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and that was it. Everyone else was like super, like every other artist. And I'm like, who's that? I just watched like the Giants and Warriors, and that's it. All right.
The stat page?
Yeah.
It's helpful.
I love I'm like, 5 on 6, 6 on 5, turnovers.
Especially when you don't have much information on players, it's something to talk about. I did play like a girls' varsity harmonic game, so you needed someone.
Yeah.
And it was like, nothing about this.
This will be game number 1 of a 5-game slate today, starting with semifinal number 1. At 10:30, you will have the New York Athletic Club taking on USA White.
Good morning.
And then at noon, the 5th place game, which will feature the Alumni taking on USA Red.
Good morning, water polo fans. We're here live at Acalanes High School in Lafayette, California for the championship of the National League. Dean Quintal here with Olympic gold medalist Brenda Villa for the first semifinal between the Olympic Club wearing the white caps and USA Blue wearing the blue caps. Brenda, you got a chance to see these teams play yesterday. What do you expect out of the matchup this morning?
I expect the Olympic Club to know where Cupido is at all times. He had a great day yesterday, really showing his offensive power. But I think the Olympic Club is up for that matchup. They had great defense yesterday and some great offense as well.
Yeah, Cupido's just rolled in from the Intercontinental Tournament last week in Corona del Mar, California, where he earned MVP, which is quite an accomplishment for a player of his age. So Olympic Club has had one loss in the National League, a shootout to Nyack, and they will be taking on the blue team here today, which is made up of college and high school players. Should be a good contest. Olympic Club, a bunch of veterans, and teams are lined up ready for the opening sprint. Mulcahy sprinting for blue, and he's looks like just going to let Olympic Club win the sprint. Olympic Club will get first crack at offense. It's Marin Ballerin moving into 2 meters for Olympic Club. USA Blues got good pressure defense. Frontside position at 2 meters.
Entry pass to Marin Ballerin, turns inside.
Ball knocked away, turns over to USA Blue. As Marin Ballerin at 2 meters couldn't hang on to the ball.
In the regular season standings, USA Blue was second.
Blue getting into the front court, their offense set up. It's Chancellor Ramirez with the ball up top.
They're playing a very deep zone, the Olympic Club is.
And it paid off there.
Paid off. I think it'll be important for the Olympic Club to get Reynolds really involved on offense. He was doing a great job for them yesterday, creating with some great passes and some great finishes.
Yeah, he's the playmaker. He's been the leading scorer all year for the National League. Coming into the weekend, he had 29 goals. A skip shot by Brian Alexander, sails wide, and ball turns over to USA Blue. It's national team goalie McQuinn Barron playing for the Blue. Had a good tournament last week at the Intercontinental as we see a pass inside and a 5-meter call. Looks like that's called on Brian Dudley.
Credit Luca Cupido for drawing the penalty shot for USA Blue.
And that was Cupido earning the 5-meter penalty. Looks like for USA Blue, we'll have Colin Mulcahy, number 12, to take the penalty. Jack Curley in goal for Olympic Club. Played his college ball at Pepperdine. And Curley got a big hand on it, but ball gets in the back of the goal. 1-0 for USA Blue. They strike first here in the first quarter.
1-0 USA Blue, 6:11 remaining in the first quarter.
Olympic Club back on offense. Fowler and back in 2 meters, guarded by Ramirez. Olympic Club moving the ball around the perimeter. There's Reynolds working down on the wing.
Great move by Reynolds there, getting Cupido in some defensive or bad defensive position and creating that ejection.
Olympic Club on the power play. Alexander to Hennessy. Hennessy skip shot, bar down and a goal. Number 15, Colin Hennessy, evens things up at 1 for the Olympic Club. Is try and get a look here at the replay of that.
Great placement, bar down in.
So with 5:30 to go in the first quarter, we're even up at 1. Olympic Club doing a good job of fronting. That's Reynolds on Mulcahy. Looks like they're going to try and post up Reynolds as one of the smaller defenders out there, Brenda.
Oh yes, that is something that I've always dealt with my whole career.
And we've got an exclusion on Colin Hennessy, and that's Cupido drawing an exclusion.
That's something different for USA Blue. Cupido going inside and working more. He was taking a lot of outside shots yesterday.
Yeah, it just shows his versatility, I think. Teams are back at full strength. Shot cross cage by Mulcahy. High corner gets by Curley, and USA Blue back on top by 1 at 2-1 with 4:40 to go in the first. As we get a look here of the goal by Mulcahy. So Mulcahy just curled up into the pocket and had a clear look at the cage. That's his second goal of the contest. It looks like USA Blue is up to the challenge this morning, Brenda.
Yes, I'm not surprised. This young team is here to play early in the morning, ready to go.
Got a break in the action. The referees are discussing with head coach Brett Ormsby. Not sure what the... I'm sure if it's a 5-meter line. They were...
Or the lane line?
We'll try and get information on that as play continues. Olympic Club into the front court. Monsees and Bickham playing catch up top. Now over to Reynolds. Looks like Connor Clear. He's in at 2 meters. Pass knocked away and stolen by Cupido. Cupido seems to be doing it all out here this morning so far, earning 2 exclusions and a steal right there.
Oh, they're posting up Reynolds again.
That's probably going to be a common theme, I would think, out here. And that's Cupido posting up. Ramirez shot sails wide. Ball turns over to Olympic Club, and they're out on the break.
The problem with posting him up is he can then get a little advantage on the center and counter. And so hopefully he can convert this.
He moves in at 5 meters, fakes, kicks it over to the wing, shot and a goal, cross cage for the Olympic Club. Evening it up at 2 is number 9, Stefan Siri. 3:29 to go in the first quarter, and we're knotted at 2.
Great setup by Reynolds. Blocked down the goalie, passed it over to Siri for that quick goal.
And that all happened out of the backcourt for Reynolds. As we get a second look here. Siri all alone, just put it away. So we're even up at 2, 3:25 to go in the second. Got an outside perimeter foul. Cupido gets up. Curley with the big block. Ball sails all the way back across half tank. That's Cupido back in at 2 meters. Not his normal position. And now it looks like Chandler Charleston. Correction, I think we've got a mix-up in the caps. That's Jackson Kimball that was in at 2 meters. We've got an exclusion and O Club out on a break. And that's Brian Dudley all alone. Moves inside 5 meters. He's up. A little lob over the top of Barron, who was outside his cage, out at about 2 meters. And Brian Dudley converts on the lob shot. Olympic Club takes their first lead of the morning at 3-2.
I think more importantly, I think that's Cupido's second ejection.
That's correct. So he's going to take a rest and probably not play much of the first half, as he's got 2 exclusions, and you only get 3, and then you're done for the day. Olympic Club applying pressure all around the pool. You've got an exclusion on Brian Dudley, and that's going to be his second. Power play for USA Blue. Blue moving the ball around the perimeter. Pass sails over the head of Stein. Shot and a goal by Colin Mulcahy, and he seems to be all the offense for USA Blue with his 3rd goal. The contest evening things up at 3 at the 2:06 mark. So Colin Mulcahy's doing it all for USA Blue this morning so far. We get a second look here.
That release, I don't think Curley had a chance. I don't think he made a play on it. That was such a great shot.
So we're locked up at 3 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Marin Ballerin in at 2 meters for Olympic Club. Alexander being pressured by Stapleton. Reynolds, quick shot, tipped up in the air by Barron. Ball controlled by Mulcahy. USA Blue out on the break. Ball into 2 meters, shot by Kimball, blocked out by Curley. We'll have a reset of the shot clock for USA Blue.
Isolation with Reynolds there. Anyone that he's on, they're taking him into set.
That's Will Klein with a rollout shot and a score over the head of Curley. And USA Blue back on top by 1 at 4-3. 1:15 to go in the first. And you called it out, Brenda. You called the isolation. They were able to get the ball in. Set a little off center on the post. So we get a second look here. Nice entry, and the crash just didn't come back fast enough.
Great handed set to be able to get that off with 2 defenders crashing.
So Olympic Club back in the front court. Ballerin in at 2 meters. Reynolds pass into Ballerin. He's got inside water. And we've got an exclusion. Number 2, Chancellor Ramirez to the penalty box. Power play, Olympic Club. Reynolds to Monsees. Alexander at the 1 spot. Back up top to Reynolds. Monsees curled up in the pocket. He shot right over the top of the head of McQuinn Barron. And we're even at 4 with 37 seconds to go in the first. We get a look at the replay here as O Club moves the ball around the perimeter. Nice shot by Monsees, just kind of a little hitch and a shot right over the head of Barron. Mulcahy working inside water, spins. Big crash defense by Olympic Club. Ball knocked away. There's Curley controlling, and the outlets to Monsees. Monsees pressured by Ramirez. Crosses to Lathrop, the old man for Olympic Club. Monsees skip shot her at the buzzer. Barron seems a little surprised by that, Brenda.
I think he is. It went from USA Blue having the ball for the last possession of the quarter. They go in a risky drive, one-on-one move. They get it stolen, and then Olympic Club has the ability to go up by 1 on that last possession. So some game management needs to be happening at the end of the first quarter there.
So at the end of the first quarter, we've got Olympic Club on top, 5-4. We'll take a break in the action. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter.
Water polo.
Polo. I am water polo.
I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
So he's got Sammy and
Johnson.
They have. When's their next big event?
Pan Am's and then World Championships. But I think
There's
he's
no
not
reason
gonna
to
do that. Well, I know he's gonna.
Yeah. Oh, you
They're
think he's gonna
both
split?
really good.
Oh, you think he's gonna split
Yeah.
up?
I don't think he doesn't.
I've not seen
it keeps
Ashley
them-
play. I've
it
seen
keeps them competitive.
Sammy play. I hear she's talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that when she was in high school. I never worked with her in ODP. So I was working with the younger kids, but I never worked with her group.
I took the women's team to Japan last summer because they went on a training trip. No one could go on the coach's house. I was like, you want to take them? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Tokyo, what?
Okay.
I'll work it around my schedule. So it was fun to watch Ashley.
Back here in Lafayette, California for the first semifinal of the National League Championships. Good first quarter of action, Brenda. A lot of goals scored, 9 goals in the first quarter. Olympic Club on top, 5-4. So if this holds true, we're looking at a 20-16 game.
I think both goalies will settle in and start coming up with some big saves for their team. I mean, if you look at the stats, the Olympic Club is 3 for 3 on power plays, and that's a high standard to hold for 4 quarters.
Yeah, what does a team want? What's a good percentage on 6-on-5?
We always aim for 60 to 65 and hoping to keep our opponents to under 30.
All right, second quarter underway. Sprinting for blue is Connor Stapleton, number 10, and Zach Monsees for Olympic Club. And it's Monsees winning for Olympic Club. The old guys still have a little speed there, Brenda.
I think for those 15 meters, you can pull it out.
That's Cullen Hennessy with the ball. We've got Connor Cleary in at 2 meters, guarded by Kimball. Teammates at Stanford, and there's turned by Cleary, ball stolen by Stapleton. Ball back over to USA Blue. Grant Stein plays his college ball at USC. Playing catch with Kimball up top. Kimball pressured by Monsees. Mulcahy, he up, shot and a goal. Skip shot near side. Number 12, Colin Mulcahy with his 4th goal of the contest, and we're knotted at 5. 7:02 to go in the second.
The Olympic Club needs to find him in the pool and make sure someone's on him at all times.
Yeah, somebody was there, but just looked like they were dropped off a little bit, giving him an opening, and he's hot right now. The Olympic Club back into the front court. Hoverston up at point, playing catch with Reynolds. Hoverston on the drive. Cleary in at 2 meters. Monsees. Shot blocked easily by Barron with 2 hands. Barron controls for USA Blue.
Seems like USA Blue is going to be running a deep zone on Cleary so he doesn't get many touches at set.
Ramirez bringing the ball in the front court for Blue. Foul on the perimeter. Mulcahy thought about the shot off the foul. Now he tries to make a pass over the head, knocked away. Controlled by Curley. Curley looking for a release. Gets it out to Reynolds.
Oh, they're open. They're still up on that counterattack if they can.
Looks like we've got a player hurt in the backcourt. Reynolds. Into Cleary at 2 meters. Help defense by Stapleton. Shot clock expires. Ball turns over to USA Blue. Like Cleary couldn't get a handle on that. Looks like we've got a exclusion. That's going to be on number 15, Colin Hennessy, so power play USA Blue. And that was Kimball earning the exclusion. Looks like we've got a little foul trouble for Olympic Club, Brenda. Showing Hennessy with 2 fouls and then Dudley with 2 fouls.
This might affect them. I don't know if they're as deep as some of these other younger teams, but I think experience might have to step in and take over.
Stapleton to Mulcahy. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Stein. Ramirez. Back up top. Over to Mulcahy. Mulcahy shot near side high corner and a goal. And Mulcahy notches his 5th goal of the contest, and we are only midway through the second quarter. So USA Blue back on top by 1 at 6-5. 4:52 to go in the second. We get a second look here, Brenda.
I mean, the defender had the right idea. They're walking out to him, trying to put pressure, but he just finds that extra inch to elevate over the defender.
I think they may want to knock him down next time.
Yes.
So both teams matching each other goal for goal. Got a drop. Alexander with the ball up at point. Playing catch with Monsees. Ballerin in at 2 meters. Alexander. Contra foul called on Ballerin. Got a timeout by the referee. Asked for the ball. And a double exclusion and a roll for both players. That's going to be number 6, Marin Ballerin for Olympic Club, and number 6, Jackson Kimball for USA Blue. You see anything that happened there, Brenda, that would warrant a roll for both players?
I think it's just been a common theme where the referees can't decide. They're trying to keep it less physical. So they're erring on the side of caution, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see any punches
No,
thrown
I
there.
didn't see any punches. You're right. I didn't see that.
And that would usually warrant a roll for a player, but nothing above water. Shot by Stapleton, sails over the top of the goal. Ball turns over to Olympic Club.
Maybe some simulating. I'm not sure.
So Olympic Club really in some foul trouble here with Ballerin excluded and a shot by Reynolds blocked by Barron. And so you got Ballerin. Now we've got an exclusion on number 7, Paul Reynolds. So just as I'm talking about the foul trouble, we get another exclusion on Olympic Club. So we got Ballerin, who's gone for the game. Hennessy and Dudley have 2 fouls, and now Reynolds just picks up his first.
Yeah, Olympic Club is going to have to come up with some saves on 5-on-6 if they want to stay in this game. It seems like they're getting themselves into a little trouble here.
Yeah, and Ballerin is their top center, and that's going to really hurt.
They're going to have to find creative ways on offense.
Their backup center is Cleary, so he's going to have to take a majority of the workload, and we'll find out who else is going to be setting for Olympic Club, because Cleary can't possibly do the whole game by himself at center.
No, that's a demanding position. As much as I always give my centers a little bit of flack, I respect that it's a demanding position.
Yeah, and you see, I was at the men's intercontinental tournament last week, and you saw a lot of the teams, with 3 centers, and rotating them in to give the guys a break, as you've got guys hanging on them, drowning them, beating on them. So we come back out of the break. USA Blue will have a power play. We see Cupido back in the water for the offensive firepower on the 6-on-5. That's Grant Stein moving in over to Stapleton. Up top to Cupido. And we see Mulcahy sliding up into the pocket where he's been so dangerous. Cupido, shot in the goal, number 11. Luca Cupido converts a 6-on-5 power play for USA Blue with 3:06 to go in the second. Blue 7, Olympic Club 5, and we've got a timeout by Olympic Club.
If you look at this goal by Cupido, it's all finesse, it's all touch. He just places it as the goalie's moving away.
Yeah, didn't hold it. As soon as it hit his hand, he just let it go. The catch and shoot, very underrated.
Lost art, I would say.
So with a break in the action, we've got USA Blue on top 7-5. And this could, USA Blue with the exclusions by Olympic Club, younger team, probably in better shape than in the Olympic Club, not sitting at a desk all day like the guys for Olympic Club. Could prove to be a big factor here.
I think Olympic Club needs to slow the game down a little bit. It's to their benefit to not make it a counterattack fest. They need to hold on to the ball for full possessions.
Yeah, it goes to the point about being in shape and probably not as fast man for man as you go down the bench. So we've got a full slate of games this morning. The second semifinal will be at 10:30, and that's going to be Nyack, who won their division yesterday. So Olympic Club puts the ball back in play. Teams are at full strength. You see pressure all around the pool by USA Blue. Now in a drop. That's Cleary trying to hold position in at 2 meters, guarded by Ramirez. Bickham.
They're being patient. This is good for Olympic Club. They want to pass the ball around.
And the shot by Bickham sails over the top of the cage, and ball goes back over to USA Blue.
Hold their biggest lead of the game right now at 2. Rubino at 7 meters, down to Mulcahy.
That was a great give and go by Cupido. Doesn't get the bounce in.
Curley comes up with the big block on the inside shot by Cupido.
Oh, great cross pass. They're still up on the counterattack 4-on-3.
Cleary crosses to Reynolds. Catch, shot, blocked by Barron. He's out to control. So Olympic Club can't convert that counterattack. And it's USA Blue back the other way. And they've got numbers on the counterattack. 2 Olympic Club players trail the counter. Things even up. Shot clock down to 7. Stein, clock winding down. Tries to pass into 2 meters. Knocked away by Reynolds. Ball turns back over to Olympic Club.
It's a great heads-up defensive play by Reynolds. Gets a little shove, doesn't lose eyesight of the ball, and can get a hand on it.
High-risk pass by Stein. Do you think maybe he should have shot that as the shot clock was down around 3 when he made that pass inside?
Yes, in hindsight, he should have.
Cupido's got to be careful there. We've got an exclusion. Number 4, Will Klein for USA Blue, so we've got a power play Olympic Club. That's Reynolds without his cap up top. Alexander to Dudley. Got a rotation by Olympic Club. Alexander, skip shot, sails over the top of the goal. Ball turns over. Now we've got Cupido out on the break. Long pass by Barron, sails right in front of Cupido. He's got Reynolds giving chase. Cupido inside 5. He gets up, puts it away, cross cage. Luca Cupido stretches the USA Blue lead to 8-5 with 36 seconds to go in the second.
Ooh, this is a heartbreaker. 2-goal turnaround there.
Yeah, you've got a power play for Olympic Club. Ball sails over the cage on the skip shot as we get a second look here by Cupido. He just waited for Reynolds to get on his back, got his legs under him, got up, shot across cage. That's Cupido's second goal of the contest. So with 36 seconds to go in the second, USA Blue 8, Olympic Club 5. As we talked, Brenda, you'd mentioned to start the game, Olympic Club was 3 of 3 on their power play, and now they've had their last couple opportunities, haven't been able to put it home.
Yeah, and because they're down a center and they're missing a couple players now, they need to make the most of those opportunities.
With those exclusions, they can't be quite as aggressive on defense. Ball moving around the perimeter for Olympic Club. Cleary in at 2 meters. Fighting against Sarmento in at 2 meters. Ball turns over. Skip shot by Curley. Or Curley with the save, and Curley's last second shot knocked away by Barron. So at the end of 2 quarters of play, surprisingly, USA Blue on top 8-5. So that's the end of the first half of play. We'll be back in action after our halftime.
Water polo.
Polo. I am water polo.
I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Tear. Get made.
With 4 saves in the first half.
Back here at Acalanes High School for the start of the 3rd quarter of the first semifinal. Score maybe a little shocking. We've got USA Blue on top 8-5 as Olympic Club rolled through the National League with an 8-1 record with a shootout loss to Nyack. So USA Blue has come to play, definitely. Brenda, what do you see it's going to take for Olympic Club to get back in this game and pull it out as they're down by 3 goals here?
I think if they focus on matchups a little bit here, I feel like USA Blue maybe only has 2 shooters that are scoring the bulk of their goals, where Olympic Club has 4, 5, 6 different offensive threats. So if they can find those shooters, limit their looks on the goal, I think that they still have a shot.
And we got Olympic Club head coach Kirk Everest receiving a yellow card as the sprint for this 3rd quarter starts, and that's won by Stein for USA Blue. The Olympic Club's got to come up with a big stop here. If they let USA Blue get out to a 4-goal lead. It's going to be a tough second half for the Olympic Club. We see Chandler Jarl Stickney in at 2 meters, ball into 2 meters, shot to goal, and a quick rollout turn shot by Chandler Jarl Stickney. And just as I said, Brenda, they are up on top by 4.
And you have Olympic Club not wanting to foul Cupido or not wanting to drop off him, which left the defender a little exposed on his own there, but you've got to almost take that ejection.
Yeah, as we get the second look there, ball just went in, no crash coming, had plenty of time, but he got that shot off very quickly. So USA Blue pressing all over the pool. Cleary in at 2 meters. Hennessy, Reynolds pass into Cleary at 2 meters. Can't get a handle on the ball. Barron knocks it away, controlled by Blue. And we've got counterattack by Stapleton. He's inside 5 meters, got a body length on Reynolds. Shot off the crossbar. Ball back over to the Olympic Club, and they dodged a bullet there.
One of those shots you don't see very often, off the water shot. Just went a little high.
Not giving the goalie time to react. Cleary seems to be having a very difficult time holding position at 2 meters as we see the shot by Hennessy knocked down easily by McQuinn, and ball back over to USA Blue. Blue into the front court. Cupido pressured by Hennessy. Ball over to Mulcahy. Good stop by Curley. And we've got an exclusion on Mulcahy, so Olympic Club will have a power play here. Got to get into the front court as time's ticking on the exclusion of Mulcahy.
And it seems like Coach Everest is going to hold on to that timeout.
Yeah, pretty early here in the third quarter to use that. Hoverston into the post, shot blocked by Barron and out of play, and USA Blue back to full strength.
That was a great luck. Unlucky bounce over the goal, or I guess into Barron's hands.
So teams back at full strength, reset, ball dumped into 2 meters. Cleary working, and we've got an exclusion by Ramirez, so Olympic Club will get a second chance here on a power play. That's Ramirez's second exclusion of the contest. Dudley to Reynolds at point. Reynolds tries the lob over the top, ball stolen by Mulcahy, and that's 2 power plays that did not go the way of Olympic Club.
There's still a lot of time in this game, but if they're going to chip away at that lead that USA Blue has, they have to convert 6-on-5s.
Charles Stickney in at 2 meters, guarded by Dudley. Ball passed by Mulcahy, skips away, controlled by Curley for Olympic Club, and they've got numbers on the counterattack. Bickham at mid-tank. We got Charles Stickney in the backcourt trying to catch up. And Charles Stickney catches up. They're at even strength. Olympic Club not able to capitalize. 7 seconds on the shot. Blocked by Barron. Going to be controlled by Olympic Club, so they get a reset on the shot clock.
30 for the Olympic Club. 4:10 remaining here in the third. 9-5 USA Blue leading O Club.
Hoverston gets it up to Reynolds. Hennessy. Dudley tipped out by Barron. New shot clock for Olympic Club. They're getting their opportunities here, Brenda.
They are. They're getting looks. They're not shying away from them.
They seem to be getting the ball into 2 meters, and they've gotten an exclusion down there. If Cleary can just get a handle on the ball, seems like he's been having trouble getting the ball in his grasp to possibly get a shot off.
Yes, I think a good natural goal from center could lift their spirits and give them some more confidence here.
So we've got a little break in the action for a cap. Hoverston putting his cap back on.
Hoverston out for Reynolds. Now Dudley.
So new shot clock for Olympic Club.
Hoverston.
Ball moves over to Bickham. Got a contra foul on a push off by Bickham. Ball turns over to USA Blue. Ball back to McQuinn in goal. Cupido getting a lot of action here in the early goings of the third period with 2 fouls picked up early in the first quarter.
Already with 5 goals here this morning.
That's Mulcahy. Up top to Cupido. Cupido foul on the perimeter. Look for a shot here. And Cupido's ball sails off the crossbar and out of play. Ball turns over to Olympic Club.
There might be a slight advantage for Olympic Club.
And Olympic Club's got numbers out on the break. They've got a 4-on-3 opportunity. Dudley moving inside. Got Stapleton. Exclusion called on Stapleton. Power play for Olympic Club. Dudley. Skip shot blocked by Barron and out of play. And Olympic Club will get a reset of the shot clock.
It was a smart decision to try and to convert that 6-on-5 when there was really only 4-on-3. Less people in front of the goal, higher opportunity. Barron just got his hand on that.
So we've got a timeout by Olympic Club. Coach Everest calling a timeout, setting things up, and Olympic Club will still have a power play. Probably don't have a look at the clock, but probably about 15 seconds or so, 15 seconds left on the exclusion. What do you look for Olympic Club to do here on this power play, Brenda, as they haven't been able to convert their last couple when they started out the game 3 for 3?
They need to go into a quick rotation, pass the ball around, maybe look to the inside. But they have to do a good job of locking down the goalie, making Barron think that they're going to shoot it, and then make an extra pass.
So both teams set up here, ready to go for out of the timeout. And Olympic Club moving the ball around the perimeter. Reynolds to Monsees. Alexander. Dudley at point. Monsees over to Reynolds. Alexander into the post. Shot stuffed by, looked like Ramirez on that field block. And again, Olympic Club fails to convert. 2:20 to go in the third. USA Blue still with a 4-goal lead. Like Will Klein in at 2 meters, guarded by Alexander. And we've got an exclusion. Alexander let him have ball side position for an easy entry pass. Now we've got a timeout. USA Blue. So Brian Alexander excluded for Olympic Club. The timeout USA Blue, and they'll have a power play when we come back out of the timeout. And I think Olympic Club's really got to do a good job of stopping this one here, Brenda. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to get back in it. Blues got a 4-goal lead at the moment. If they let them get up by 5, it's going to be a long road back for Olympic Club.
They're going to have to be active on this 5-on-6, knocking down the top scorers for USA Blue. Make someone that hasn't scored a goal today try and score on Curly.
That probably means knock down Cupido and Mulcahy.
Yes. That's not already on their game plan. It should be.
As Mulcahy has 5 goals, Cupido has 2. And then we've got Jarl Stickney and Klein each with 1 for USA Blue. And we've got Mulcahy over his 1 spot where he scored 2 or 3 goals already. Stein on the rotation. Cupido.
Going into a 3-3 for a second.
Well, there's Mulcahy. Five-meter call. That's called on number 7, Paul Reynolds. We saw Cupido dump the ball off, drove down, pass in from Stein, and Reynolds grabbed the arm. That would have been a tough one for Cupido to get off it anyways with all the defenders all around him. So it's Mulcahy to take the penalty shot. Curley in the goal for Olympic Club. Quick shot by Mulcahy, records his 6th goal of the contest. And USA Blue on top by 5 at 10-5 with 1:42 to go in the 3rd.
That was a great 6-on-5 timeout play by USA Blue. There was kind of, we call it a wheel. You go 4-2 to a 3-3, and then you slide back in, and it worked out for them with that penalty.
Yeah, they were really, really patient, moved the ball around quite a bit. Like you were saying, the extra pass on the 6-on-5 opportunities.
Dudley inside for
Alexander earns the exclusion on number 3, James Sarmento, to the penalty box. So power play for Olympic Club.
They need to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, it's been some time since they've had a goal.
Shot by Dudley.
Ryan Dudley on the cross cage goal. Finally, as you said, stops the bleeding. Back to within 4, 1:08 to go in the 3rd. And USA Blue on top, 10-4. As we get a second look here, Brenda.
It was great. The defender was out of position. He kind of hesitated, went cross cage. Barron had to dive near side. Great placement. They can get one huge stop here and maybe one more goal to end this quarter. I think there's still a lot of water polo to be played.
Cupido at 5 meters. Siri watching him.
Cupido trying to draw the foul outside of 5 meters for the direct shot. And the ball stolen by Reynolds. There's the stop they needed. You just talked about, Brendan. We've got Olympic Club out on the counter. Reynolds dumps it off to Siri. And Siri moving inside with Cupido on his back. And an exclusion. That's Cupido, and he's done. That's his 3rd. Reynolds off the post, can't convert. Reynolds from inside 5 meters at about 4, and McQuinn holds for USA Blue.
Yeah, and it's one of those risky moves. Cupido thought he got the whole ball, but being behind the offensive player, just something maybe you don't risk if you have 2 ejections.
Yeah, maybe wait till that offensive player picks the ball up. Montes on the steal, so 2 seconds to go here. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Olympic Club down by 4 at 10-6. So we'll take a break in the action here and be back with the call of the 4th quarter.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
Back for the fourth and final quarter of this first semifinal matchup between Olympic Club and USA Blue. And USA Blue out on top 10-6. Brenda, we saw the end of the third quarter play there. Olympic Club had the opportunity to cut it to 3, but had a point-blank shot by Reynolds hit off the post.
There's still a lot of water polo to be played. If they can find a way to put the ball in the goal early, maybe first possession of the game, second possession of the game, it makes USA Blue continue to play and not think about just using the clock to their favor.
And we've got Reynolds sprinting for Olympic Club. And Stein. And it's Stein for USA Blue. We see Olympic Club going for pressure right off the sprint. They've got ball pressed past halfway, front at 2-meter D. You got Lathrop in guarding Klein at 2 meters. And Olympic Club being very aggressive. Some of those guys out there need to be careful as they've got 2 fouls apiece. So Klein draws that exclusion. Looked like Lathrop had both hands up there, Brenda.
Yeah, it was a great entry pass. He kind of lost sight of the ball. Referee's rewarding good position. But yeah.
So power play. Ball into Ramirez. Blocked by Curley and that was a field block. Ball turns over to Olympic Club.
That's the momentum they need. Great defensive plays to feed their offense.
Dudley with the ball at mid-tank. Waiting for his offense to set up. We got Alexander in at 2 meters. So we see Alexander at 2 meters. He's normally a defender. Now he's got to go in and set with Marin Ballerin being out of the game.
That was a great entry pass. Not a lot of room. Alexander gets it off, but great block by Barron.
So ball back over to USA Blue. And again, Olympic Club out in a full press. Front side D down at 2 meters. And an exclusion. That's Lathrop, his second, picks up 2 quick ejections. Power play again by USA Blue.
Another stop. USA Blue needs to just slow it down here.
Field block and blocked by Curley off the deflection. So Olympic Club again. Now we've got a contra foul called. Ball back over to USA Blue. They had the opportunity there, Brenna, and then we get a contra foul out on the break. Not quite sure what happened there.
USA Blue needs to remember that they have a 4-goal lead. They need to use the time on their possessions. It's all about time management here.
But still attack, right? They don't want to just...
You don't want to give it up, but you want to attack, maybe attack in the last 5 to 10 seconds.
Mulcahy with the ordinary foul out on the wing. Now an exclusion. That's Reynolds, and that's going to be his third as we get a pass inside, and the deflection goes over the head of Curley. Stapleton with the goal, his first of the day. And Reynolds picked up his third, and he's done for the day. So the Olympic Club really in foul trouble here. 5:52 to go in the fourth, and USA Blue 11, Olympic Club 6. We get a second look there. Looked like Stapleton just had his arm hit, ball went up in the air. Curley thought he had it, went over the top. Contra foul called.
Man, what are you looking at? Make that an exclusion on the drive.
So now we've got an exclusion as opposed to a contra foul, and that's going to be on Stapleton, his second. So power play for Olympic Club.
Giving the Olympic Club the power play opportunity. Siri, Dudley.
Ball moving around the perimeter for Olympic Club. Monsees. Hennessy moves into the pocket. Over to Dudley at point. Monsees. Shot blocked by Barron. Controlled. USA Blue ball. They stave off another power play by Olympic Club.
Barron's having a great game for USA Blue.
5:05 remaining. USA Blue leading by 5.
Looks like Olympic Club is going to try and front and press. They need the ball.
And they get a turnover right there, just as you said, Brenda. And an exclusion. That's going to be on 10 Dart Stapleton, and that's his third. Shot near side, skip shot and a goal by number 11, Zach Monsees. His third goal of the contest. 4:47 to go. The Olympic Club back to within 4 at 11-7. So there's still
enough time.
A little bit of hope here for Olympic Club.
USA Blue needs to go back to what has been working for them, finding their center, finding their shooters.
What are they? The Olympic Club's been coming out in the press the last couple possessions here. So how do they break that press, Brenda?
There needs to be some driving, some releasing. You've got to make Olympic Club play defense. It's easier to stay in a full-on press.
And just like you said, they're sitting. They're not moving at all. So they're playing right into Olympic Club's hands here. As we get another steal by Cullen Hennessy, and we've got a break. We've got a 3-on-2 break for Olympic Club. It's Hennessy with the ball. Hennessy moves inside. Fouled, ordinary foul by Ramirez. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball up top to Cleary. Cleary dumps it off, drives through. Monsees comes out. Cleary sets up at 2 meters. Ball into Cleary at 2 meters. Gets a handle on a big block by Barron and out of play. Cleary finally got a handle and got a shot on it, but it was McQuinn right there to knock it out. Reset on the shot clock for Olympic Club.
With double-digit saves on the day. Monsees.
Skip shot, bar down, and a goal.
Bar down for Zach Monsees.
Referee Joe Polo was right there on the goal line.
He was quick. Did you see that little jump and run?
Monsees just a couple of fakes and let it rip near side. Looks like it caught post and corner near side as we get a second look here.
This one advances to the championship game at 3:30.
Yeah.
It might have gone on Barron's head, maybe.
So judging by the replay, did look like the ball got across the goal line. So Zach Montes with his 4th goal of the contest, and it's 11-8. We've got 3:37 to go. Timeout USA Blue. So we've got 3:37, Brenda, and Olympic Club down by 3. And they're going to have maybe 3-4 possessions left here.
And it's all starting with their defense. They need to make sure they're doing a good job fronting, putting a lot of pressure on them, making them make these 50-50 passes where they've been able to steal. So USA Blue needs to drive, needs to make them play defense, find safe passes. And remember, they have a 3-goal lead. They need to attack, but they can't give the ball up to Olympic Club because Olympic Club seems to be converting late in this game.
Yeah, you've talked the last, three or four possessions ago, you talked about USA Blue needing to drive to break this press. And I've got to imagine Coach Ormsby over there is telling them the exact same thing. And I'm sure he's told them before, but they're young, and sometimes it takes over and over and over again to tell somebody to get them to do it. So we'll see if that message has gotten through as we come back out of the timeout. And Olympic Club's got to be feeling pretty good here. They've got a couple of goals. If they would have converted that 1 goal at the end of the 3rd quarter, we'd be talking a 2-goal game here, and it'd be definitely a big opportunity for Olympic Club. So both teams out of the timeout. And we've got Klein for USA Blue in at 2 meters, guarded by Hoverston. And again, Olympic Club out in a full press as we see Bickham pressing Jarl Stickney. Foul out at mid-tank. Got a little motion, but we still got front side position at 2 meters. Hennessy with the foul on Mulcahy. He shoots, blocked by Curley, and controlled by Olympic Club. And they've got a break. There's the long outlet pass by Curley to Hennessy. Hennessy's got inside, clear path to the goal. He's up, he shoots, he scores. Number 15, Cullen Hennessy. And we've got a 2-goal game at 11-9 with 3:13 to go.
Big save by Curley. And heads up play by Montes. There was a rebound, he grabbed it, Hennessy took off.
So we're back to within 2. We saw a little motion there by Blue on that last possession, but Olympic Club was still able to contain front side position. We just saw a foul on the perimeter by Mulcahy. He got the shot off and almost got his own rebound, but defense stayed and held until they knew they had position.
And I think they could have shaved off another 15 seconds off the shot clock. I think that was their play to get their shooter with the ball, but they need to use the time.
Alexander going for the steal there. And shot clock inside of 10. Klein with the ball. And we got a contra foul. Ball turns over to Olympic Club. They're out on the break again. Curley looking for a release. Curley out to Alexander. 15 on the shot. Montes. And you got Bickham in at 2 meters. Time inside of 10 into Bickham. Bickham turns. Ball knocked away. Turns over to USA Blue. 2:15 to go.
USA Blue in a deep zone with that turn. He's got to get rid of it quickly because the Crashers are so close to him.
Blue taking their time bringing the ball into the front court. Trying to use the clock. Mulcahy fouled out on the perimeter at mid-tank. Ball over to Ramirez. Shot clock down to 10. Again, steal by Olympic Club. It's Montes, and Montes has got some speed. Montes inside water. Tries to kick it out. Ball knocked away by Mulcahy. 1:38 to go.
1:30 remaining.
Time becoming a big factor here.
And you hear Coach Ormsby telling his players, get down the pool, get into the front court. If the ball is at 2 meters, it takes the Olympic Club that much longer to get down to their attacking end.
Referee Joe Pila calls a kick out on Brian Alexander. It looked like Mulcahy had already put the ball in play. So I don't know that the referee saw that.
Maybe not enough room, hard to tell.
But isn't it once the ball's put in play, then the defender can attack again?
Correct. But if you never move away to begin with and he puts it in play and you're still there, I think it's to the discretion of the ref.
And USA Blue dumps the ball, Curley out of the goal.
There's Montes with his speed. He has an advantage.
And we've got an exclusion. That's number 9, Stein.
They need to do something quick. They are down by 2 with 45 seconds left in the game. They don't have the luxury to wait.
Monty shot blocked by Barron, controlled by Blue. So 32 seconds left, and that should seal it for USA Blue. Olympic Club needed to score quick there. They were not able to, and Blue controls. They're just content to run the clock out here. It looks like we're going to have a big upset here, Brenda. USA Blue knocking off Olympic Club, who kind of just stormed through the first 3 weekends of National League. Ball turns over here to Olympic Club as we've got 7 seconds left.
8 seconds remaining. Hennessy. Throw it towards the cage. Barron.
Hennessy's final second shot blocked down by Barron. And that's your final. USA Blue 11, Olympic Club 9. And right from the very start, Brenda, USA Blue just really took it to Olympic Club. Olympic Club got into some foul trouble, lost a couple players, and really had a factor, I think, in this game.
Yeah, those ejections definitely put them at a disadvantage. I think they did a great job in that fourth quarter, knowing that there was still a lot of water polo to be played. They, stepped it up a little bit. Maybe if they would have done that in the third quarter and not waited to the fourth, it would have helped them. But USA Blue did a good job of continuing to score throughout the game to keep their lead.
So that's your final here in the first semifinal. USA Blue, Olympic Club 9. Your next matchup at 10:30 Pacific time is going to be Nyack against USA White. So USA Blue on to the championship match. Olympic Club on to the third place game. So for Brenda Villa, I'm Dean Quintal. We'll be back at 10:30 to call the second semifinal of the morning. Please come back and join us.